Hey, what's going on, man? Y'all already know who it is and what it is. I'm Kennard the DJ. Just sitting over here having me some of that what do you call that? Costco's finest. You know what I'm saying? But dig this, man. I wanted to talk about this fucking um Tahir Kelly incident. Story goes basically the guy uh police said that they was somebody floating around the neighborhood with a firearm and I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just play the video. I got a couple of videos I want to play, so let's just do this right here. Um, yeah, let me share the screen because I got some shit to say about this bullshit here. This some okey doke shit. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go here first. Check this shit out. Yeah, like I was saying, if you go over there, 10-9. Because it was just too late. If you go over there right there, I promise you, he can tell you that's not me. I got it, y'all. That sounds like some shit a nigga say when he is lying. I ain't gotta allow you. Go over there and ask him. That sounds like some okey doke shit, but
Self-esteem on somebody in front of the corner.
Look at this nigga.
What's your last name?
He looked tense as hell. He looked edgy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if you ain't do shit, you shouldn't have too much of nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? If you're a law-abiding citizen, you should be good. You know, police pull everybody over. You know, I mean, you get pulled over for basic traffic stop. You know, they ask you for your license, registration, all this. You give them the license and registration. Oh, okay, you was going 5 miles over the speed limit. Oh, okay, my bad, officer, my problem, you know, whatever. And you good, you move forward. But the way this nigga he kind of like fucking all edgy and shit, that speaks volumes. You know, you have to watch the movements of a motherfucker. You have to watch how they acting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a reason behind it. But we're gonna keep playing the video.
What's your last name?
Now, motherfucking police ask your last name. You fixing a lie. That's a basic question. You know your last name. This is fucking easy. That's a motherfucker on dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Your last name. That's just what it is. But you hesitant, and then watch how the nigga respond.
I just got married.
The fuck that got to do with it?
What's your last name, bro? Benton. Huh? Benton. Benton? Benton.
First name that popped up in your head. Benton. See, my thing is, if you ain't got like no fucking warrants or no shit like that, or you just did some okey doke shit, why not just give them your name? Let them run your name. You know, they're gonna do their checks, and then you should be good after that. But this nigga here, he was on some dumb shit.
Benson. B-E-N-S-O-N. What's your first name? Huh?
He couldn't think fast enough to come up with a phony first name, so he came up with a phony last name. So it was Benson, Tahir Benson. Right. You know, goddamn well, this little type of nigga, he done had some run-ins before, and according to his mother, he got caught driving without a license, according to her. And that's all we got to go on. I ain't gonna speculate no further than that, but he got caught driving without a license. I don't know how old the nigga was and nothing like that. But if you sit up in here and you blatantly lying to cops, it's probably gonna get worse for you. You know what I'm saying? You're making the situation worse by lying to them, because they ain't gonna do nothing but go in the computer and check. Then they're gonna ask you for an ID. You ain't got an ID, you know, I believe in some states, that could get you a ticket or some shit. I don't know. But anyway.
Spell it. T-A-H-I-R-A. Is that your apostrophe right there? Is that what's on your license? What's your date of birth? just said my personal number right after that. Last four of your social. I don't know. You don't know your social security number. You're 26 years old, don't know your fucking social security number. No, listen. I got hit by 2 cars. I have learned this.
He's constantly deflecting, which also says you on some dumb shit. You're talking about some people over here. Oh, well, just go over there and, these people over here, ask them. They're asking direct questions about you to you. That ain't got shit to do with these motherfuckers over here. That's some okie doke shit. Then now it's a thing, well, I just got in an accident. That ain't got shit to do with what the fuck they asking you. So that sounds to me like you're reaching for something to justify the bullshit that you got caught up in. But moving right along.
Really, I lost 5% of my brain. All right. So what you're telling me is you're gonna come back with.
Wait. Hold on.
I don't know. You don't know your social security number. You're 26 years old. Don't know your fucking social security number. No, listen. I got hit by 2 cars. I have a learning disability. I lost 5% of my brain.
He doesn't sound like a motherfucker who lost 5% of their brain. He sounds like he's very coherent. Like he knows what the fuck is going on. But let him tell it, he lost 5% of his brain. But for you to lose 5% and to be that coherent and that aware of your surroundings and aware of who the police are and aware of any possible consequences that that could be brought about from your actions, you don't sound like a motherfucker who lost that much of your brain. If you are, then shit, you must be a fucking genius or some shit like that. Cause this is some okie doke shit. But anyway.
All right. So what you're telling me is you're gonna come back with an ID or something to the state of Indiana by this name. Just be honest with me.
First off, I think that's the law. I know it is in Illinois. I don't know about Indiana, but that's the law. You have to have some form of ID. So you're already in the wrong. Now, if I had to guess, cops will probably give you no, they probably won't give you a pass on that because you fit the description of some shit that done went down. Somebody that did some shit. And it just so happens that you don't have an ID to prove who you are. That's not a good look. That's just basic shit. We ain't talking about a 16-year-old. This is a 26-year-old man who's running around, even just go to the store, that doesn't have an ID. See, all this type of shit, personally, I think it's bullshit. I think it's a lie. But let's just say it's the truth. Let's just say he doesn't have an ID. This is the type of shit you're supposed to learn at home. This is the type of shit a responsible parent would teach their kid. Hey, look, you got to roll with an ID. You know what I'm saying? This is just what it is. You go get you a wallet, you take your ID, put it in your wallet, and you carry it. After a while, it becomes second nature. You just always have a wallet with you. But it's a whole lot of motherfuckers that come from so-called parents that didn't teach them shit and they don't know shit. Or he's just fucking lying.
Okay, sure. We'll run with that.
They gave him a pass right there. They just gave him a pass. Dudes out here with no ID, they gave him a pass. Right there. Okay. And a lot of cops will do that. A lot of cops, I don't have no disdain for police officers. You know what I'm saying? In spite of, what's happened to me in the past, I have no disdain for police officers. But at the end of the day, if some shit go down, I'm calling a fucking cop to come and dead this shit. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But most cops, usually if you cool and you chill and you straightforward with motherfuckers and you honest and all this other stuff, you usually get a pass. At least that's been my experience the majority of the time. But then you got these assholes out here that they start off lying, they start off doing all this crazy shit. You ain't finna just let this motherfucker walk, man. You can't let this motherfucker walk like that. And you didn't give them ample opportunities to come clean with the shit and all this other shit. But see, it's niggas like him, these motherfuckers, let me go ahead, man, because I'm gonna start on some shit.
0054. Thank you.
Right, so he's going to run the name. Okay, yeah. He's going to check the name that you gave him. See, you had an opportunity all this time to say, hey, you know what, officer? I gave you a bogus name. Let me be honest with you. This is my name. You had an opportunity to clean it up. As it stands, the nigga still ain't cleaned it up. He's standing over there looking stupid, talking about, I lost 5% of my brain. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid ass niggas. Something wrong with these motherfuckers. Basic procedure, you know, they gonna run you, they gonna check your shit.
So what's your real name?
Now he over there riffing, trying to convince another police officer. See, it's a problem with a lot of niggas. A lot of my people, we like to play victim all the time, especially when the police is involved. Like we are always right and they're always wrong, no matter what the fucking circumstances are. I got a problem with that because now here you are pushing off to another cop, trying to convince him to get him to play on your team to go against the cop you was just talking to that you just gave a bogus name to. God damn it, they all police officers. They all working together, you ignorant motherfucker. It just seemed like to me the easiest way to go would have been just be straight up. But instead, no, I think I'm slick. I'm gonna run the game on them and see if I could. No, see, it never works out.
Because now you're working your way into something else. Okay, so you can tell me your real name, or I can take you to jail.
See how easy that is? See how shit escalates? See, it's a lot of videos that came out. Now, they down at City Hall in Michigan City having a peaceful protest for this nigga. They're not gonna do it for a motherfucker who work at Jules, 60 hours a week, who work at Sam Club 80 hours a week, Menards 80 hours a week, busting their ass and became a victim of one of these type of niggas. They're not gonna protest for him. They're not gonna have a riot or nothing for him if something happened to him. No, they ain't gonna do that for those type, for respectable Black folks. Niggas have a tendency to protest and riot for other niggas. Case in point right here. So then dude comes over here, he gives one cop the bogus name. While he's running the bogus name, he telling another cop some other shit. He trying to run the script. See, this is the type of shit, this is how shit get escalated real fast. Because now I look at it like this. If I was a cop and I didn't sit up here and been nice and just ask you basic fucking questions, then you're gonna give me a bogus ass name. I walk all the way to the car. I'm sitting there typing the fucking name in, and come to find out the name is bogus. Now I got a fucking attitude. And I peeped at you over here trying to fucking run a game on this cop. Now I got more of an attitude. This is how shit get escalated because you playing fucking games. Everybody out there got a gun but you. Well, actually, that's not true. Everybody out there got a gun on them but you. You have no defense. They got the guns and the law on their side, and all you got is what? Nothing. Totally avoidable. See, niggas don't never use their better judgment. A nigga too busy trying to do nigga shit in the real world, and it never fucking flies. That's nigga shit. That shit don't even work on a fucking block. But you gonna try it with the police. Stupid motherfucker.
Make up your mind.
See what I'm saying?
I don't get no return. Name and date of birth, bud.
That is my last name's Kelly. But that is my
Right.
You're still alive. Your name is Benson or Kelly?
I just got married. I'm not lying.
You just lied. We just heard on the video, you just lied. You just told the nigga your name was Benson. Now you say your name is Kelly. Then when you get caught up on it, now it's, but I'm not lying. See, that type of, you 26 years old and you acting like you fucking 10 years old. All this back and forth petty bullshit, they're gonna treat you like what you are. They see a grown man in front of them. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to add the race card in there, they see a grown Black man in front of them. They watch the same news that we watch. Now, I'm certain there's some prejudiced people in the police department like every other profession, okay? They don't know you from Eve. They want to go home to their families too. They can't take no fucking chances. But all this playing games bullshit, it's leading up to something. See, it's gonna have to go one way or the other, okay? Now, they think their job is to get you off the streets. If they didn't caught you in the wrong, their job is to get you off the street, okay? Now, it's 3 of them, 1 of you. Sounds like a lose-lose situation. But every nigga in the world ain't got common sense.
My name is Mary Benson.
Why'd you take your wife's last name?
Took his wife's last name. And then wait, now he going back to the car to run. Oh, he gonna run the Kelly name. Okay, my bad. He gonna run the Kelly name to see what it is, because that's gonna tell you what you need to know. Once he run Tamir Kelly, that's gonna tell you what you need to know. I ain't mad at them. They a little heated, but they giving them opportunity to just, hey man, tell what's up, you know? I hope my mic working good.
Okay.
See, now he got the shit he need now. Now he upset.
All right, man.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now wait, see what I'm saying? Now look at that. Now see the clip that they show you on the news was just from about, the clip that they show you on the news was from about right here. They didn't show you the rest, whereas I am showing you the whole shit. Now, the clip that they showing is he just standing there, and that's probably to paint the narrative that white cops is headhunting niggas. And I don't believe that. I believe there's some instances where some shit done went down, but it's been a lot of cases that I've seen, this one in particular, where this shit was completely avoidable. He had ample opportunity to walk from this situation, or fuck it, just take the L. If he was out here doing some illegal shit, then you gotta take the fucking L. That's part of being an adult, you know? But you playing these games and then you told the wrong name. So you hiding something, okay? So let's see what happens. So far we know what the nigga then did. Just to recap, the nigga then, they come to him, you know, he just, they trying to deflect, talking about these people over there could tell you this and this and this. And I got an accident, I lost 5% of my brain. Whatever the fuck. Then they say, hey man, well, just tell me your name. You don't have no ID, whatever. He ain't got no ID. Okay, what's your name? Tamir Benson. He walk all the way to the car, sit there at the computer, type everything in, what you saw. You're like, what the fuck, this is okie doke. He come back, confront him about it. When he get over there, dude over there trying to run a script to the other cop. While the other cop, this guy here, that's standing to his left, he listening, he picking all this shit up just in the cut. Okay, I get that, fair enough. Okay, because you got to keep your eyes peeled to watch what you don't know what the fuck a motherfucker on. Then he come back, when he finally give him the fucking name, I'm not lying though, I'm not lying. He go check the damn car, and whatever it is he saw on that computer said, all right, you under arrest. That means that motherfucker has some priors. That motherfucker had a rap sheet. Okay, but bust this. Now now look at this shit here. This nigga know he was on some bullshit. He knew he was on some bullshit.
Okay.
Right, he like, okay, like,
all right, man.
see? He pulled the taser out. Shot the guy. Hit him with a taser. Now, wait. Now you can see blood. I think that's blood right there. Right, okay. Now see, look. Wait. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to bring this back, because we're going to see in the next videos where the mom and them is talking about, oh, well, he tried, or they basically trying to say that the police beat him up and all this other shit. Fucking false. You do not have a case. And whatever this nigga did, I hope he get locked up for it, because it's some bogus ass shit. And see, I don't like motherfuckers like this, because what they do is they further perpetuate the divide between the police and Black people. On top of the fact that they're playing the fucking victim when you're not the victim. Whoever it is that you was out here stalking or whatever you was doing, they were the victims. You ain't shit nigga, as far as I'm concerned. Now, even just on this little body cam, doesn't look edited at all. This is live shit. Well, not live, but this is the video. But they trying to push the narrative like, oh, well, they tased them. How could all that happen? And it did happen. If you look at how he fell, and then you see when they rolling them over, you can see how his face is nicked up. Okay? So yes, this is exactly, and I'm trying to slow it down a little bit so you can really see, because he landed on his right side of his face. And you let her see the video that he does. Keep note of this. Notice that the right side of his face is fucked up. He hit that ground hard. He was running fast. He got shot, as he said, shot in the back with a taser and passed out, which makes good sense. That's so many thousands of volts or whatever of electricity coming through your body. You're gonna collapse like in mid fucking stride. Okay, so this is what it is. Now watch when they turn him over, you see the other side is scabbed up too. Now hey, and big up to the cops too, you know, for pulling the taser, because we see plenty of videos over the years where a nigga then got bold and ran away from a motherfucker that got a gun with him and got shot. So big up to the cops, and that's probably some type of new police training that police departments, arguably, definitely in Michigan City, but arguably across the country, have been taught in lieu of all these incidents where a suspect is running away from them and they go to is to pull the gun. Matter of fact, the one chick, she ended up getting off, I think. She shot that light-skinned nigga, the young nigga with the incense. I think that happened in Michigan or something like that. And she thought it was a gun. It turned out to be a fucking taser. No. She thought it was a taser. It turned out to be a gun. And then niggas was like, a taser and a gun, they don't even feel the same and all this other bullshit. Right. So this is post that. So dude off top grabs the taser. Big up to that cop for doing that. Real shit. Because you know what? You saved yourself a whole lot of fucking trouble. Because as it stands right now, the police department got his back, and they should in this instant. Because as far as I'm concerned, that cop gave him ample opportunity to just come forward with basic fucking information. See, my thing is this: niggas will sit up and talk about cops in a bad way and all this other shit. But my thing is, cut off your interactions with the police. And how you do that is don't go out in the street and do dumb shit. It's real fucking easy. Real easy. But niggas would much rather stay in the street and do whatever the fuck they doing. Then when consequences come around, now I'm the victim, get the fuck out of here. But look, okay, so he's already got the taser drawn. Buddy peeling feet like a motherfucker, and he gets hit. Okay, now he hit that ground hard. Okay, I'm trying to, I wish I had a slow-mo on this motherfucker. Look, there he is, peeling right there. Okay. They steady calling. He cocked the taser back. Okay. He gets hit right here. See how he fell? Just totally dropped. Completely just collapsed. I guess that's what tasers do. You didn't hear no gunshots. You heard a taser. That's just what it is. Now, wait. Now, notice. Now, okay, now this is the left side of his face here. I'm going to show the next video where he's on there crying about, oh, well, they did this to me, all this punk shit, which was bullshit. But I'm going to show that video. Now, notice he's laying on the right side of his face. But this is the left side. Now, pay attention to the left side. And I'm going to say that, I'm going to explain it to you why. I'm going to try to pause it while it's moving. I want you to see. That looks like blood right here. Okay, he hit the ground hard than a motherfucker because he's running fast. Okay. Now you see guy over here grabbing his arm, trying to turn him over. Dude look passed out. Okay. Wait, look at this. Ass out. You know, the typical niggas, pants sagging, draw showing, you know, that type of bullshit. You could always tell when a nigga ain't about shit. Okay. Dude is like, now, okay. Now see right here? See that meat right there? That's flesh gone. Yeah, he got scraped up. He hit the ground hard. You can see right here, there's some skin and peeled off his face. Because he got a little bit of glimpse of it. You can see it again a little bit there. It's a little fuzzy, but right up in here. Yeah, that's his left side that got fucked up. On top of the right side. Now look at that. He's got nicks right here. Now, mind you, we just saw 2 seconds ago where he was talking. He didn't have no cuts prior. So that's a given. He didn't have nothing prior. But after the tasing, this is what happened. Now, clearly they didn't tase him in his face. They didn't do that. He was running away. They tased him in his back. That dude collapsed when a taser hit him. And you can see right here, look around his eye, look around here. Scraped his whole face up from the impact of the fall. Now, if your stupid ass wouldn't have ran away from them, you wouldn't have had shit. You wouldn't have had none of this. But moving right along. You can see it even better there. Look at that. Skin missing. This guy's kind of dark skin, kind of brown skin guy. Look at that. Skin missing. That's pinkish, reddish. That's not no blemish or nothing. That's his fucking skin missing. So, damn, I wish I could bring that back just a little bit. You could probably see it a little better right there. Okay. Martin Johnson, that nigga be on bullshit. I'm getting sick of his ass too. But that's another story. Look, blood right here coming from off probably that right side. Like on impact, this motherfucker got fucked up. Okay. Damn, his hand right in the way. Look at that. All that's meat missing. You can even see it there. That ain't no blemish or nothing like that. That's his face. He got skinned up. See it there. You see it there. Look at all that blood. Look at that. Look at that. That's his left side. That's his left side. That came from that's from when the impact when he fell on a taser. Look at that. Yep, left side. Look at that. Now you can see it even closer there. Blood right here on the left side. And on, right there around his mouth. Like his nose is busted. He might even have his nose broke. I don't fucking know. But that comes from the impact of the fall. Stupid ass nigga. Look at all this blood. Look at all that. But here the ignorant ass mama talking about, well, I don't see that can happen. Now they showed you the tape and you still in disbelief. Nigga, it's on the tape. What the fuck happened? You can see right on there. I just showed you right on there what the fuck happened. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Had either shot this guy and killed him, or just shot him, period, and not killed him. Then here come Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, Black Lives Matter, all these other motherfuckers showing up trying to get a fucking payday. Talking about racism. Hey, racist. These police is racist. We demand justice. The fuck out of here, man. Like, fuck what the nigga did. Fuck, because this motherfucker just so happened to be out there with a firearm with no motherfucking FOID card or some shit. Fuck all that, but they racist. Man, we want justice. And justice ain't nothing but motherfucking Swahili for a motherfucking check. A nigga happy, long as you give him some fucking money. You can do whatever you want to these niggas at this stage in the game if you're a fucking cop. Long as these niggas get paid. That's all they give a fuck about. Because to me, if you really gave a fuck, God damn it, if you gave a fuck about yourself, you wouldn't be out here doing this stupid shit, number one. Number two, God damn it, you won't be trying to get compensated for it. Then they sit up here playing the victim but you know, fuck it.
Get that strap off of me.
You can tell by his breathing, his nose probably broke. Like it's hard for him to breathe, which makes good sense. He came right down on his face. But when they came up to him, he was laying on his right side. So the right side, like he came, boom. He may even hit on both sides, but I just clearly showed. Now look at all the blood. Now see, there's more blood because he's laying there longer. You see what I'm saying? But if your stupid ass wouldn't have ran from the cops, none of this would have happened. But it's my theory. I think that a nigga doing this shit to deflect again, to make it seem as though the police was in the wrong, in the hopes of getting a payday, but also to delay the inevitable, that whatever it is that you did, you're going to jail for. You just got a couple of nicks and bruises on the fucking way that you instigated. This is fucking stupid. I don't know, he might be asleep. That's okay. Now wait, now this is the bag. This is the bag that just cut off of him. Okay, they check this shit.
Make your face go so the blood's not
Yeah, he fucked up bad. Now look at all this blood here. That's not from the taser. This is really graphic. I didn't think it was going to be like this, but well, it is what it is. I guess that's the benefit of having Costco's finest in my glass. But yeah, his whole face is bleeding. It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
The blood's not getting stuck, okay? Good on him, man. We're trying to get his name, he booked it.
He's absolutely right.
Gloves,
Absolutely right.
not that we found yet. We need to get him.
Completely avoidable.
Relax. What happened? Slow your breathing, slow your breathing. What's your name, Gordon? Just relax, you're all right.
Really got to start using our better judgment. It's better to think first than to act first. You know, this was completely avoidable. Completely avoidable. But a nigga be thinking in their mind, oh, I can get away with this, I can do that, and it never pans out. Now you over here, your whole face busted up. And then you got the balls and the audacity to fucking holler about, oh, this is what they did to me. Oh, you know, feel sorry for me and all this shit. I'm not gonna watch because this is fucking gross. I can't, you know, I'm not a big, did they even pull a gun up in this video? I would like to see that. Whoa, hold on now. Wait a minute. Y'all niggas just saw, my bad. Y'all just saw what I just saw, right? So the gun did come up in the video. Now I did skip a lot, so I can't comment on what I skipped, okay? Because I did want to cover some more videos. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so, all right, they got him propped up. It looked like he's breathing a little bit more normal. Okay. Okay, they checked this bag. Where'd they find the gun at?
So you talk to me, bud? Good. Good. All right.
Okay, he's still breathing a little heavy. All right, but nowhere near as bad as he was before. Okay, and he got fucked up because he tried to run. Stupid. He fucked himself up, really.
So the dude that y'all seen, the other guy should have.
That wasn't what I thought of. Wait, hold on.
Well, and they came from back there. That's the river. He's the one that we saw.
Gun. Get on your face, bro. It's back here. It's back here. Where was that at? It was under his hands. He was trying to ditch it.
And now it all makes perfect fucking sense. It all makes perfect fucking sense. Now, the funny part is the mama saying, and you're going to see this in the video, well, my son ain't never did nothing. He just, what did it say? Well, I don't want to get into all that. But anyway, this makes perfect sense why the fuck he ran off. Perfect fucking sense. After all of this, he's got a gun on him. Let's bring that back.
It's back here.
Really? Yeah.
Let's bring it back a little bit.
Well, and they came from back there. That's the river. He's the one that we saw.
I'm looking. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Get on your face, bro.
It's a different kind of stupid. It was a different kind of fucking stupid that after all of that. So wait, when they were standing over there talking to you, you had a gun on you. You had a gun on you the whole time. That makes sense why he was acting all jumpy and all fishy and shit. And he's steady trying to deflect off to take their mind off of him and put it on the people over there. That's the game niggas was trying to run. Then, after they come over there, you done bust your own face up on the ground over the taser and then breathing all heavy. And I'm be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned, that's another part of the game you're trying to run. Like you fucked up or some shit. Like you got brain damage or some stupid shit like that. Whatever, I don't know. That's just what I think. But then 5 minutes down the road, here you got the gun in the back of your jeans. Nigga, it makes perfect fucking sense. Why the nigga was acting like that? That's why you gave him the bogus name. That's why you told him that you lost 5% of your brain. That's why you kept pushing over to those people over there. Because you knowing that you had a way, and the video shows it. Didn't nobody planning on you. Didn't nobody, it ain't no Photoshop or no shit like that. You sitting there and you know you had a gun on you. Unfucking believable. You was a different kind of fucking stupid. How dumb could a nigga be? A nigga would rather do all this. Look like this. I have a hard time believing that this nigga was out in the streets like this on his day off work. I have a real hard time believing that. That you out in the streets with an unregistered firearm, or my bad, an illegal firearm on your day off work. Working people don't do dumb shit like that. We got too much to lose. That's for jobless, unemployed niggas that do shit like that. Unfucking believable. I had to bring that back because I didn't even know this was in the video. It's my first time seeing it. No bullshit.
Oh, it's back here. It's back here.
Unfucking. Now I got something to say. Now I'm coherent. You weren't coherent 2 seconds ago. Now you coherent. Now you got to say something in your defense. You got to try to run the game one more time. Because maybe it'll work this time. Maybe if I just tell him, well, I lost 5% of my brain. So that's why I had the gun. Or maybe because, I just got married. Because that's why I had the gun. Because that's what the nigga said. That's why I told y'all the wrong last name, because I just got married. And I took my wife's name. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Stupid ass nigga. Look at this shit. And then you can clearly see on the tape, look at his hands. Watch his hands. They're gonna show his hands and watch he's moving. Watch him moving. Look at that. He's with his elbows up. He went down. He's trying to get something. Now he pulled a jacket up to see what the fuck is he doing. And bam, there's a piece right there.
It's back here. It's back here.
See, they don't owe you no mercy at this stage. They don't owe you no mercy. They don't owe you shit at this stage. Because you know what? Those police officers deserve to go home to their families like everybody else. And here you is with a fucking gun. Now, clearly you on some whatever shit. Now you sitting there the whole time with a fucking gun. For all they know, you could have somehow or another grabbed a gun and plugged one of them. See what I'm saying? That's some okey doke shit. This nigga wasn't shit for real.
It was under his hands. He was trying to ditch it.
Unfucking believable. And there's the piece. Little 20, was that 22? And it's loaded. Yeah, how the fuck do you, I don't know much about guns, but I'm assuming it's loaded. Look, there's a clip. And it got bullets in there. Unbelievable. Wait, and it's one. Is it one in the chamber? Nothing in the chamber. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But why? You know what? I'm just curious. Do the niggas that's down at Michigan City's City Hall today at 3:30, did they know that this was out there? Did they know that this nigga was in a dead fucking wrong? I just want to know. And for everybody else that's putting up, say his name and justice for Tamir, I wonder if all them niggas know that this is what really went down. This is why you don't jump to conclusions. I purposely said I'm gonna lay low on this one. And I'm glad the video came out as soon as it did, because the video clearly shows you that this nigga was dead ass wrong. But the video that came out first is because, the media, it makes sense. The media wants to, constantly perpetuate the black against white thing. Okay. And more especially, they want to perpetuate the police against black people thing and vice versa. Okay. So we're going to put the nigga up. We're going to post this video up because the nigga said he the victim. But I'm so glad that they came out with this shit the very next day after that. Because when I saw it, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But I don't want to say shit because I'm not getting all, I'm like, hold on, let me chill before I place judgment. Let me chill and see what else comes out. Let me see the developments. And sure enough, y'all just saw it. Ain't shit right here. Y'all just saw it. This motherfucker had that looked like a 22. I guess it's a 22. I mean, I know the small guns is like 22. This motherfucker had 22 on him. Or whatever. He had a gun with bullets. He had a clip in there. It wasn't nothing in the chamber, but all he had to do was cock it back and he was ready to shoot. Right there in front of you. It makes sense why everything makes perfect sense when you actually see the video. Okay. This nigga wasn't shit. Okay, so that's the first video. Okay. So now taking everything that I said and everything that y'all just saw, we're gonna move right along to this video. This is mother. Let's see what the fuck she got to say.
DERRISBAY.
I should have probably turned the volume up before.
Here's Kelly's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Tahir Kelly's never committed a crime in his life other than driving a car off a block without a license.
Is that right? Well, well, it looked like to me, he's committed more than a crime just from this video alone. Resisting arrest, fucking illegal firearm. I don't really know like cop shit like that, but there's at least 2 charges right there, at least. But I ain't gonna chew you up too bad right now. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say, because I'm not gonna so much as I really don't give a fuck. I guess that the guy's a lawyer or whatever that's with her. I really don't give a shit about that, because the lawyers are only there to get a payday. I mean, that's just it. You're only fucking with a lawyer to get a payday. You're not looking to see a police officer get locked up. You're just there for a fucking settlement. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see. I just want to hear what she got to say. So I'm going to skip to her parts, because that's what I noticed that was the most fucked up shit. So, yeah.
That's it. He's 26 years old.
Uh-huh. And he ain't shit.
They had no probable cause to stop him. He wasn't doing anything.
He wasn't doing anything. Y'all just saw the same video I saw, but he wasn't doing anything. They never are doing anything. You know, the mothers, they never will admit that their son is fucked up. They never admit that. I don't get it. Videos right there in front of you. It clearly shows you how the shit went down, but you say he wasn't doing anything. Okay. Let's keep going forward.
He wasn't doing anything.
Of course he wasn't.
He didn't fit the description.
He never does.
And his face is destroyed.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you talk to them about the medical procedures that he's going to be facing?
Well, all of his teeth are up and they got to get him out. And we was told they may have to take him to Indianapolis to get surgery on his face because his face is fractured. He has staples and stitches.
Damn, you know what? I should have went back to Facebook, because I was going to show the, fuck. That's what I wanted to do. I was going to show the video where, the one where he gives his little soliloquy and shit from the hospital bed. And to me, you got to question a motherfucker who will go live from a hospital. You can't never take them seriously. You know what I'm saying? Wait, where's the one? Okay, this the nigga right here. Check him out. Over gold like a motherfucker. Stunting like a motherfucker. Probably in his mama car. You fucking niggas. Okay, yeah, all right, this is the video right here. Bust this.
We know right now his name is Tahir Kelly. He says that Michigan City, Indiana police had the wrong person from the start. He says that he was tased, he fell unconscious, and woke up in the hospital with severe injuries. Now, Michigan City...
He just completely left out the part about the gun. He completely left out about the part that he ran away from the cops, resisted arrest, and lied to the police. He left all that out. See, this is what niggas want to do. They want to get the public on their side and play the victim. Right, because let niggas tell it, the cops is killing everybody. Well, everybody black. They killing us, y'all. They killing all us.
Indiana police, they're telling this story completely differently. They're saying that he resisted arrest, he was tased, and then he fell.
True. And the video shows that. Now, again, what I was saying earlier, if you look at his right side, going back to the video, you can see where he was laying on his right side. Okay. Now, he's showing you that right side. That's the side that he fell on. Okay.
Police department did something.
But on second thought, I think, he probably hit I think definitely hit this side the hardest. But you also remember there was meat missing on the left side, up in here and around here. Now check this out.
Tahir Kelly says he was walking alone in the 1000 block of West 9th Street in Michigan City, Indiana, Tuesday when he was stopped by police.
I was minding my own business. They swarmed me.
Now see, the left side ain't so bad. See what I'm saying? But this side is fucked up. Stupid ass nigga.
They came from everywhere. They chased me on my back.
Kelly says he was immediately.
But see, like I said, now the left side, he did have some meat missing up in here. But you see there's a cut there. There was definitely something going on the left side. You could see where the meat was missing. And when they turned the guy over, his whole face was bloody. Now, that could have been blood that ran over, but it also could have been cuts. But whatever it was, that was hit. When he got tased, that motherfucker collapsed in midair. It's right on tape. You could see it.
We knocked unconscious, and when he woke up, he was at Franciscan Health Hospital. We blurred the 26-year-old's fate.
He wasn't unconscious. That's a fucking lie. Because otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to say two words when he tried to get it. First off, the fact that he was trying to get the gun from underneath his fucking hands when he was doing all this moving around and shit. That's not what unconscious motherfuckers do. You gonna tell me, he gonna tell everybody, I was unconscious. No, the fuck you wasn't. Steady running that game. This is what this nigga do. He a little wannabe slick motherfucker. Steady trying to run that game on motherfuckers. Then he gonna come on social media to try to run some game on everybody else. But he got these motherfuckers down at City Hall having a peaceful protest for his trifling ass. What kind of shit is this? But they don't know that the tape's out there. Hey, you can go take a look yourself. And then after seeing that, and you still think that the cops was wrong, then you a stupid motherfucker.
His head, eye, and teeth because of the graphic nature of his injuries.
I gotta go have surgery on my face.
We'll be glad you're getting the fucking surgery. Because after you get the surgery, they're going to bring you up on charges. That's it. That's all. You're going to fucking jail with a freshly reconstructed face and probably some implants because they say his teeth got knocked. Okay, fair enough. His teeth got knocked out, right? They'll be liable for that. Cool. And I think they have a leniency personally because had he not ran, then this shit would never happen. But it make good sense why they gonna eat the bill for this shit because you're not gonna get no settlement. They gonna look and say, hey, well, we paid for your surgery. You know what I'm saying? The state or whatever paid for your surgery and all this. We got you fixed up. Okay. But as far as you filing a civil suit or anything like that or whatever, no, that's a fucking wrap. And they're still gonna bring you up on charges and you're still going to fucking jail. I guarantee it.
Michigan City Police released a statement saying they were dispatched to the area for
because of them, like they just picked your name out of a fucking hat. No, nigga, it's because of your stupid ass. You hadn't ran from the cops, none of this shit would have happened. You wouldn't be needing no fucking false teeth and a fucking reconstructive surgery on your fucking face if you hadn't ran. On top of the fact that you had a fucking gun on you the whole time. And they sitting up there being, to me, as cordial as they fucking can, not knowing that you had a gun. They know what the climate is. They know that if they talk to a motherfucker wrong, or if they look at a motherfucker wrong, the nigga gonna holler racist. Oh man, you racist. I want justice. Give me justice. Give me a side load of justice. And put some respect on it. These type of niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these niggas.
A suspicious vehicle chasing two males on foot, and one of the suspects possibly had a weapon. Michigan City, Indiana police say charges are now pending against Kelly for carrying a firearm without a permit. Dearest Baylor, Kelly's mother, says her son is developmentally delayed, and she saw some of the body cam video.
He got scared, so he turned to run, and they tased him in his back, in his spine, and his body locked up, and he fell, and that's when I get up and left.
Police.
Right. Which sounds like bullshit to me. No. Now, all this didn't happen to your mother to the point, to your son, to the point that you went and had a press conference. But you got up and left. You couldn't, that was unbearable. No, I don't believe that. I believe that you don't want to admit what you saw because you can't lie about it because it's right there on camera. You don't want to admit the fact that your son had a fucking gun on him in the street. Yeah, you'll admit because that's the whole thing is we trying to file a suit to get paid because we think it was the police was wrong and he got to get teeth replaced and all this, and this is all they talk about. But after that, I left. But there was more to that video. I didn't watch the whole thing myself, but I saw enough to see this nigga had a fucking gun and a loaded gun. You can see the clip right there. The cop was holding, he took the clip out the gun. He kept trying to cock it back and forth to see if there's any rounds in the chamber. Nothing was in the chamber. So it wasn't cocked back, but he had a loaded weapon with him. Fucking niggas, man.
Also say officers were unable to confirm the identity of the 26-year-old male initially who gave.
Yeah, because you know what? The videos I was looking at earlier today or listening to, they kept saying Kelly. I'm like, why the fuck they keep calling him Kelly? What's the nigga first name? So I'm looking up Michigan City and this and that and yada, yada, yada. And then now his name finally comes out like a couple of days up the road because he never told them the right name. And when he finally did, that's when he peeled feet and haul ass. Because to me, it seemed like if your record was clean, contrary to what your mother say, if your record was clean, you wouldn't have no reason to peel feet. But you knew you had a gun on you. Didn't nobody else know, but you knew. They found out well after the fact that you had a loaded weapon on you. It made sense why you ran. See, the other thing is, take the charge. You knew what you was doing. You was out there with a gun. And I believe that the whole narrative was true, that you was out there, sound like to me, that you was trying to rob niggas. Because he looked broke than a motherfucker. You know, and the mother will tell you about, well, I'll get to that later.
Varying names. As officers attempted to place the male into custody, the male fled on foot, running from police.
That's true.
Officers pursued the male and deployed a taser to assist in the apprehension of the male who was resisting arrest. As a result of being tased, the male fell to the ground and sustained injuries to his facial area.
That's true.
Kelly's mother says there's more to what police are saying.
But how, wait, how would you know when you walked away from the tape? There's more to what you're not saying. Okay, that's just from what I gather.
He looked like a living immature.
Ain't this a bitch? He looks like a living Emmett Till. And let me tell you something. If I were a family member of Emmett Till, I would feel completely disrespected. For you to gather up the gall and to say that your son, who's out here in the streets, clearly with prior convictions, clearly out here dirty as hell, with a fucking gun in his back pocket, that he looks like Emmett Till? What kind of sick shit is that to even say? But it makes sense why you said that, is to get people riled up. Because they just passed that Emmett Till bill, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So it makes good sense why you said that, to get black folks riled up. And if I had to, you know what? No, she ain't got no GoFundMe because he ain't dead. Usually when they die, they get a GoFundMe. But okay. Nah, that was out of pocket what you're saying. But he looks like a nigga that ran from the cops and got tased in the back and fell on the ground like an asshole. That's what the fuck he looked like.
We're gonna make sure we get the right justice.
This nigga said, we gonna make sure we get the right justice. Man, get your stupid ass out of here, nigga. It's retarded motherfuckers, man. I swear to God, something wrong with these niggas, man. Look at this motherfucker. This is where he come from. And you sitting up here egging the shit on. You gonna stand by his side and it's wrong. The fuck that say about you? What type of adult are you? What type of parent are you? This motherfucker was dead wrong, but you just walked away. Well, after he fell on the ground, I just walked away. Man, get the fuck out of here. Please.
Talk to us about the meeting. I couldn't sit through it, but yeah, I did meet with them. Well, they called my father for a meeting. My father's a deacon. I called him. They wouldn't talk to me at first until the community got in an uproar.
What's with the fucking headscarf? You knew you was coming on the fucking news. You knew you was coming on the news. What's up with that shit? These chicks be looking like straight mammies. Some of these chicks. And then they want to sit up and talk about, oh, I'm strong, independent, I'm a queen, all this other bullshit. This look like one of them type of chicks that would say that type of bullshit. All this fake feminist bullshit. And you up here looking like a fucking mammy. That doesn't say strong. That doesn't say independent. That doesn't say nothing but a fucking mammy. That's just my opinion, though.
I was picketing in front of the police station. So then the mayor and they want to sit down and talk with me.
A picket?
What I seen on the video was them surrounding my son for no reason. Didn't have a reason to be surrounding myself. Didn't
y'all just see the same tape that I just saw? So they just randomly just said, we gonna fuck with this nigga over here. We ain't got no reason. We just gonna go fuck with him. Right. Moving right along. See the game that they play. It makes sense where he get the game from. He get it from her. That's where he learned it from. That same type of game, playing games and all this bullshit, seeing and unseeing, that come from her. And he in a bad kind of way. See, women can get away with shit like that. Arguably, women can get away with playing games and shit like that. But that depends on what type of motherfucker you fucking with. But see, dudes, we don't get that type of leeway to sit up and play games with motherfuckers. Dudes have to deal with consequences, straight up. You know, you go and say some shit over here, say some shit over there. Hey, it's gonna be a man that's gonna come and confront you about what you did or what you said. We can't play them games. They can play them games. Women can play them games all day long and might escape consequence. But us, no, don't go like that. So essentially, judging from what you've taught him, you set him up for failure. That's just my opinion.
I couldn't watch it.
I couldn't watch it. I was so distraught. But you're here doing a media conference? You're so distraught at what happened. I would think if you're so distraught, the last thing you want to do is sit in front of a camera to have to relive it. I don't get that. That's kind of a contradiction to me that, I just couldn't watch it. But then you're sitting here reliving it. When you talk about things, it kind of makes it vivid. Okay? But you're in shape enough, not one tear on our fucking face. Not one tear. But you're in good enough spirits enough to go in front of a camera and to discuss it. It's okie doke bullshit. That's game. Let me tell you something, game, recognize game. And that's all I got to say about that part.
alleged that your son was mistreated, that what happened isn't in fact what they said. So if you could watch
Surrounding my son
Listen to what the reporter asked her, if you could hear it.
for no reason. Didn't have a reason to be surrounded with something. And I couldn't watch all this video. I couldn't watch it.
Mhm.
So if you could watch all the video, how can you allege that your son was mistreated and that what happened isn't in fact what they said, which is that he was tased and covered?
Good fucking question. What the lady said was, if you didn't watch all the video, then how can you allege that your son was mistreated? Good fucking question. See there? She's thinking of a lie. Just like her son was doing. I gotta think quick. See, it's hard to keep a lie up because you gotta always think. That's the thing about it. You're better off just telling the truth. Just tell the truth. A lot of these mothers will never step up and say that their son wasn't shit, that I did a bad job with my son. I wasn't the best parent. I could have did better with my son or my daughters. They never say that. Instead, they rather sit there and put this whole big front up like everybody else is wrong, but their son or their daughter, or in this case, her son. He never did nothing. He was a good kid. You know, da 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 da. Okay. Fucking bullshit.
Shoot my son has just hit that up to a tasing fall. Not to me. How do you get all that and you get, it looks like he scraped. If you fall and you're tased and you fall, then how do you get scraped? How's the whole cycle?
It's on the video. Maybe if you'd have stayed a couple more minutes and watched the whole fucking video, then you would have saw it. But you know what? I don't believe that you got up and walked out of that part. You saw it. The fact is, you're trying to sell some bullshit. AKA run a game, just like your son was trying to run a game and it caught up with him. This type of okie doke shit that these motherfuckers is on.
Out of your face scraped.
But they gave you the opportunity to see how it happened.
Right, they sure did. The reporter said that they gave her an opportunity to see, but you opted. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. And you got up and left before you got all the facts. Now you coming in front of a media outlet talking about, goddamn it, you want justice and all this bullshit when you ain't even got all the fucking facts. You jumping to conclusions. And another thing, you know your son. You know your son ain't shit. Let's just be real. You know what the fuck shit your son be on. And you know what? And I'm starting to think a lot of people say, well, they don't know because they're kids. And he's not a kid. He's 26 years old. He's damn near 30. He's a grown man. Now, you know goddamn well that if your son is being a productive citizen or he's not being a productive citizen. For one, if he's that age and he lives with you, not because of some hardship or something like that, but he's never stopped living with you, then he ain't shit. Straight up. And that speaks volumes about you because you did not prepare him to be able to survive on his own. Instead, he's dependent upon you, AKA the man of the house. This is who some of these single mothers deem as the man of the house. Some irresponsible kid that they had that they didn't teach shit, and you give him the title of man of the house, and he don't know shit from Shinola. He's out in the streets doing dumb shit, and you stand right by his fucking side and right him in his fucking wrongs. That speaks volumes about you, mother. That speaks volumes about you. You have fucking failed him. But actually, you failed him as a kid. But as an adult, he failed him fucking self. Because you know what? Anything that you learn, you can unlearn. I don't give a fuck if you learned it at home, in school, in jail, wherever the fuck that you learn, you can unlearn it. Everybody's got a brain. You can utilize that brain to undo shit that you learned. Or to learn better shit or learn new shit. But some folks would much rather just keep the line moving and perpetuate the same bullshit that was passed down to them this hood ass ghetto bullshit that don't mean nothing. That's gonna either land them dead or in fucking jail. This one here, he's on his way to fucking jail. And he was that close to being dead because there are definitely videos out there where cops have shot niggas running away from them. Definitely. So be glad that that police officer was conscious enough to not grab that gun. Because if you would have grabbed that gun, you'd have been dead. You wouldn't been getting no surgery nowhere. Your ass would be in the fucking morgue. It's not no game out here. Use your better fucking judgment. But you have to be taught that too. That's your parents' responsibility when you were a youth. It's your responsibility as an adult. You've been an adult for 8 years. And in 8 years, you still doing dumb shit. But we're gonna move right along.
It's fair to say. Good question. What I would say, Michelle, is that what I would say is this, Michelle, that she wasn't the only one in the room.
I don't want to hear what he got to say.
It's a good
I
question.
really don't. I'm gonna keep
Practical
fast
reality
forwarding
is that we're
towards, because this is the lawyer. I don't too much fuck with lawyers in instances like this because they're gonna say what they get paid to say. I'd rather hear from the mother. The mother doesn't get no pay right now for it. You didn't go and acquire her services. She came and acquired yours. So I'd rather hear from the mother. That's what I want to hear from.
Didn't even have a probable cause to stop here.
It didn't have a probable cause. Fucking niggas is ridiculous.
I mean,
Man.
it was a fellow police officer confirming to the other police officers on the video that he is not the guy they're looking for.
Mhm.
And after he says that, do you see on the video police officers dragging to here? Or what do you see as far as the excessive force that we're talking about here?
You see on the video that he is tased. He is
I got a show going.
virtually immediately unconscious and falls.
Okay, I don't want to
You
hear
see
from this
them,
nigga. We're gonna go past him. Fuck dude right here. I'm assuming he's a lawyer. He could at least wear a fucking tie. Why she over there with the sweat rag and Aquafina?
Usually gave varying names. What is his, take on that? Is that the case? Was he not giving his real name?
So Tahir gave his ultimately gave his full name.
Ultimately, which means that he gave a bogus name. Stupid motherfuckers, man. They don't want to fucking admit what the fuck the nigga did. It's right on the tape. It's right on the tape. I showed it. Y'all seen it. It's right there on the tape. The nigga gave him a bogus name, then try to retract the shit. Then when they approach him about it, he got a cop got an attitude by now. Then you turn around and, but I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Fuck you mean you ain't lying? Ain't nobody got time to be playing with your stupid ass. The fuck?
Get a bag of chips and a juice.
Look at this nigga.
Without-
She can't even get you know what? She can't even get her shit straight. A bag of chips and a juice. He was going to the store to get a bag of chips and a juice. Nigga, you 26 years old. Who the fuck said, you know what? I'm not even finna go there. That's the type of shit that kids do. Kids go to the store to get a bag of chips and a juice. Don't no grown-ass man go to the store to get a bag of chips and a juice unless he got kids. If he got a kid, that's for the kids. I get that. I get that. For grown men with kids, yes. But you saying it like this nigga, 8 years old, he going to get a bag of chips and a juice. And a juice. The fuck out of here. And then you just as bad as he is, if not worse. You steady trying to perpetuate this bullshit. This narrative that he's the victim. He ain't the fucking victim. This nigga was running around with a pistol on him. He had a pistol on him, and the tape shows it. But you ain't, well, you walked out on that part. You ain't see that part. You ain't see that. I walked out. Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody stupid.
Fitting the description. you know.
Right.
It is fitting to the script.
Which would kind of tie in, I guess that ties in when he was talking about the people over there that he kept pointing to. Well, they'll tell you who, whatever the fuck he was saying. I don't even fucking know. It ain't important. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't do shit, you ain't got shit to worry about. All you had to do was get the motherfuckers your name. Your name is Tamir Tahir Kelly. Tahir Kelly. I'm Tahir Kelly. I'm 26 years old. My date of birth is such and such, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But you knew that if they'd have ran your name, they would have found some shit up in there. You probably had a fucking warrant somewhere. Because to me, it don't make no sense to peel ass like that. Okay. Well, you did have a gun on you. But clearly the gun wasn't registered. That's why you ran. If you had a registered firearm on you and you were a registered firearm owner, the motherfucker would have said, hey, look, you know, I'm a registered firearm owner. I have a registered firearm on my person right now. And maybe, let's just say Indiana is a concealed carry state. Okay, cool. They would have been like, oh, you got it. Okay, I got it right here. It's on my right side. They would have came up to you, most likely took the gun from you until they did whatever they had to do. In the story, no problem. See, but this nigga was on dumb shit.
You want to stop. You know, my son is a good guy. He's
a good guy, running around with a fucking gun, right? Lying to police and shit. Now, granted, now I'm gonna say this: lying doesn't warrant that type of result. But when you watch the video and you see the play out, clearly you can see this nigga brought the shit on himself. That's it. That's all. How long was they supposed to chase you before they did something to stop you? Be glad it wasn't a fucking bullet. Because if it was a bullet, I would have still felt the same way. You brought it on your fucking self. Because all your stupid ass had to do was to tell them the truth. But the only reason you didn't tell them the truth is because you know what you the fucking did. Or you know what you was doing out in the street. You know good and well you wasn't going to get a pop of the juice like a fucking 10-year-old. You wasn't on that. You was out here on dumb shit. Let's just be real about it. Stop fucking lying to people. Sitting up here trying to play on everybody's emotions. Got these ignorant motherfuckers down in Michigan City Hall protesting for your nothing ass son. And he running around out here with loaded fucking guns. Doing dumb shit at that age. 26 years old. Fuck. At that age, I had been out the military for 3 fucking years. Out the military. Honorable discharge, nigga. Shit. Fuck you mean? No half-stepping going on over here. God damn it. You want to be a man? You got to do man shit. You out here running around with a motherfucking pistol, nigga? And I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? It's motherfuckers like that people like me got to worry about. Because they ain't coming to white folks. They ain't coming to Chinese folks or Latinos or fucking Ukrainians or Middle Easterns trying to rob them. They coming to people that look just like me. That's got to work every day, 40 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours a week for the little bit of pennies we get. That's going to be half of that gone in taxes. The other half gone on mortgage, rent, whatever you got, car note, insurance. They coming to people like us that live in the same neighborhood they live in and going to take what we had to work hard for. These are the type of niggas you got to worry about. Straight up. There ain't no fucking skinheads or no neo-Nazis or no Trump supporters or no fucking racist cops that you got to worry about, black people. It's niggas like this motherfucker. Her son. Them the niggas you got to worry about. Because them the niggas that's coming up to you in traffic. Them the niggas that's shooting on the fucking expressway. Them the niggas that's out in Sacramento fucking 100 rounds on the damn ground. Shooting up all these black people over some gang banging shit. And I'm going to do a story on that too, by the way. I'm definitely going to cover that Sacramento shit. Because that shit was nothing. The minute I heard about it, I knew it was gang banging. I knew it was gang banging. Don't know when nigga working at Walmart, get him and his buddies and go and shoot a club up. Them is fucking gang bangers. Off the bat. But what do? They have a prayer vigil and, oh, well, my son was a good kid. You know, he was a good man and he was responsible. And he you know, he took care, he gave you his shirt off his back. The fuck out of here, man. Stop. You know, I don't know, man. I got a lot to say, man. I got a lot to say.
Only been in trouble with the police ever in his life for driving the car up the block without a driver's license.
I'm gonna give you the Eddie Murphy Trading Places look when I think it was Mortimer said like pork bellies to make a that you might find in a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. And Eddie was looking like this. That's the look I'm gonna give her.
That's it.
Right.
Is, I apologize, we need to be able to verify that for record search. Is his full legal name Tahir Kelly, or is there a middle
His name is Tahir Michael Kelly.
And it's Tahir.
Yes.
Thank you.
You mentioned earlier in your remarks that police were still maybe threatening him with some sort of charge. Can you elaborate on that?
Right, so after, so
I don't want to hear shit he gotta say. If y'all want to see what the lawyer gotta say, y'all can go watch this video on your own. The title's right there at the bottom. I don't want to hear shit he gotta say.
He was confirmed by the other police officers that he was not the person that they were looking for.
Keep harping on it. Okay, put it this way. Let's just say he wasn't the person, the person that the cops were looking for. The fact remains that he had a gun on him. And the fact remains that he ran away from police. And the fact remains that he lied to police and gave them a bogus name. Now, can you deny that? And out of your testimony, I haven't heard you deny that even once. So whether he was the person that they were looking for or not, he was still doing illegal shit. So in turn, he's still gonna deal with the fucking consequences of doing illegal shit. The fuck is wrong with you? This is stupid.
He wouldn't have been tased and nothing would have occurred.
The fuck out of here. He wouldn't have been tased if he wouldn't have ran away from the fucking cops. That's why he got tased. The video clearly depicts that. The nigga broke ass, ran the fuck off, got shot with the taser, did a half a somersault, and landed on the right side of his face. The video shows that. The fuck you mean? Stupid, man.
He should be able to walk to the corner store a block up from my house, not even a full block, and not go missing, and we don't know where he's at. He just didn't come back from the store.
and that's the other thing.
Fuck the lawyer, or whoever this nigga is, whoever the fuck this nigga is right here. Fuck him. I don't want to hear shit he gotta say.
Prior to when they approached him with no probable cause, he's telling
No probable cause.
them my address. He's telling them my mom lives a half a block right there, and she's outside right now. He literally walked to the neighborhood corner store to get a bag of chips and a pop.
Nigga, you just told me it was a fucking juice. Yo lying ass. See, it be little shit like that. You just said it was a pop. No, you just said it was a bag of chips and a juice. Now it's a bag of chips and a pop. You 26 years old and you going to the corner store for a bag of chips and a pop? The fuck, man? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And then the mama is perpetuating the bullshit because she in the hopes of getting a cash settlement. That's what it's all about. And that's my word. You've been seeing a lot of cases where niggas just like this is doing this type of bullshit and trying to sell it to the public in the hopes of getting a cash settlement. That's what it's all about. Because guess what? When they get their money, you don't hear two words from them. They don't come out and say, hey, we're going to advocate for, I started an organization to combat police brutality. Or I started an organization to combat people who lost 5% of their brain. They ain't gonna do none of that. When they get their fucking cash money, in her case, she ain't getting a fucking dime because they already paying to get his face and his teeth fixed. She not getting a fucking dime, and neither is he. First off, he ain't getting. She's gonna be in fucking jail. She's not getting shit. But that's what it's all about. But you never see them come out and do none of this. Why? Because it was always about the money from jump. This is the new hustle. This type of shit right here is the new fucking hustle. Watch, you gonna see more of it.
That's what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
And my feeling is,
Fuck you. You know, I don't want to hear shit he gotta say. I don't even know who this guy is.
You know, you often see when police
She's still
officers are
talking.
looking to.
She still got some shit to say. Let me hear what
In
she.
his life was driving.
She's steady going to see, perpetuating, saying the same story over and over, over and over. I gotta wrap this up because I'm making a phone call in a minute. But yeah, I don't even know who that is. Probably whoever, somebody they probably paid or whatever.
He's not that dude.
He not that dude, huh?
He's not.
He ain't that kind of guy.
This person is a humble. This person will give anybody the shirt off his back.
Wait, hold on. Eddie Murphy face. He said, he not that dude. He not that kind of guy. Like George Floyd.
You know, he works for the Millsap, the guy who be the chief of police.
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Takes him around to everybody. Fired him. You know, he's not that guy.
She don't even fucking know. You should be able to give specific information. If you have some type of rapport or decent relationship with your son, you would know exactly. They have to help you out to tell you where he worked. That sound made up. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt to say at some point in time he worked for that motherfucker, but he probably don't do it now. Because if it was current, then you would know it off the bat. Motherfucker, like I say, my mother could tell you where I work and what I do like this. So could my father. So could my wife. Matter of fact, everybody around me could tell you. Boom, boom. It ain't even nothing to think about. I've been doing the same job since 2006. But with her, it's like you're patching it up, trying to make this, you don't know. But that speaks volumes about the relationship you have with your son and what's going on in his life. You have a whole different reality about your son. When the video shows he's not what you say he is, maybe he's portraying that in front of your face, but in the world, he's something totally different than that, straight up. And you had an opportunity to look at the video. Now, whether you saw a part of it, or you saw all of it, either way, you sticking with this story that the cops was wrong, which in turn, that makes you wrong. Straight up. Fucking retarded.
You not gang, you know.
Do this sound like type motherfucker? Well, you know what? I have not found anything as of yet. I did do a little bit of looking, but I haven't found anything at this point in time that says he was a gangbanger. I mean, I could speculate and say that he probably was. He looked broke and dirty. He looked like he's starving. Them type of niggas usually join gangs, but I don't have a proof. I don't have proof of that. So I can't say for sure that he was or was not. So I'll take her word for that, but I beg to differ.
All he's ever done in his life was drive a car up the street without a license.
To your knowing, because the video clearly shows he's done a hell of a lot more than that in this one video than just joyriding with no license. And then, matter of fact, I wonder how long ago that was, because the nigga ain't have a piece of ID on him then. Now, what if that shit happened when he was like 15? This nigga 26 and still ain't got it. He just off the grid. This nigga just living off the grid, goddammit, like a motherfucking, I don't know, man. But look, hold on.
He'll comprehend like we comprehend you.
Who's this jive broad over here?
He does side work.
Hold on one second.
He does side work with a local guy and you know, he's well known. His name is Millside.
You're 26 years old and you're doing side work? When does job or career come into play? Like legitimate job. He's doing side work. Usually with side work, you don't get a check stub from it. That sounds like a cash transaction. So usually the people that don't go and get jobs, that's because they're in the streets. Yep. That's definitely in the realm of possibility. Because what's withholding you from getting a job? And on top of the fact that if I had to guess, he probably still lives with her because a side job is enough or perceivably enough for you to get what you need. But that's another egg.
You know, he used to be the fire chief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he taking him everywhere to help him with it. He's not that dude. He's not. He's only ever done anything in his 26 years on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Is drive a car without a driver's license.
Mm-hmm. Keep saying that.
And that shouldn't even, you know, they shouldn't have did it. They should not have stopped him. They didn't have problems.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for him to be stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And him going to get a bag of chips and a drink, he should not.
Now you done heard 3 different stories. She said a bag of chips and a juice. Then she said a bag of chips and a pop. Now she's saying a bag of chips and a drink. She can't even get her fucking story straight. That's 3 different things, nigga. This is a drink. This Costco's finest, motherfucker. Costco's finest, nigga. He went to the store to go get some of this. Then that would explain it, nigga. He might have been faded. Let me slow
When I
down.
look like that, I get burnt from when I could barely recognize it. So
Because it's stupid ass. You know what?
I just need to add up.
How
Is
much-
he still at Franciscan or is he?
How much money you want, nigga?
Somewhere else? Do we
He's
know?
Tell-
still in Franciscan and they don't, you know, they don't know if they're gonna have to take him to nap, but they were telling us that they will probably end up having to take him to nap to have surgery on his face.
Okay.
You know, when right now he's just in a lot of pain and he
Uh-huh.
needs prayers.
And you need prayer. Oh, there we go. Prayers up. Check on your people. I get so fucking sick of hearing that shit. I get so fucking say his name. Justice for Tahir. They racist. They racist, man. Them over there, man, them cops, man, they racist. They don't like us. We need to unify. We need unity. We need to come together. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Nap is in Indianapolis.
Yeah, in and out.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay, so I said all that to say what I said because I meant what I said when I motherfucking said it. I think, I guess in conclusion, this guy's full of shit. He's a real shit bag. And I think he's he's part of what's tearing down the Black community. And I think he's a poor representation of a Black man. And I think that the fact that he refuses to accept accountability for his actions makes it even worse. And I feel like, well, he's gonna get what's coming to him. It's inevitable. You know, niggas just, some of these niggas, you know, they take fucking bullshit risks and chances for a hustle. You know, instead of putting that time and energy to going and getting a career, to going and learning a trade or a skill or anything like that, they much rather do the easy way, the fastest way, and much rather go and grab a gun and point it in another black person's face so you can survive. These are the new white supremacist niggas, just like Tahir Kelly. They are the new white supremacists. They are perpetuating white supremacy. Since niggas love to sit up and talk about race and all this, and talk about racism, let's talk about this aspect of racism. Now, I'm not for all that mental conditioning, because every last one of us got a brain, and that means we got a choice. But niggas would much rather do this type of shit than to go out there and do something to help themselves and ultimately help the community by being a productive citizen. I'm not talking about nothing other than doing something productive, being gainfully employed. But a nigga always looking for the easy way, the quick way, the fast way. And that's what gets your ass killed fast or locked up fast. But y'all have yet to realize that. Y'all would much rather take those chances because you get the prestige of being a thug, the prestige of being a gangbanger, the prestige of being a real nigga, instead of stepping up to the motherfucking plate and being a black man. Or for that matter, just being a man. See, that's why a lot of these dudes who call themselves niggas and thugs and all this other shit, because by right, they can't call themselves a man. That's a big shoe to fill. And every male can't fill that shoe. And they know they can't. And out of respect for the title, they'd rather call themselves a thug or a nigga or a real nigga or a stepper or any of these other bullshit ass titles they could think of. Because they know they're a long way from being a fucking man. Hey, look, I'm Kennardthedj. Like I said, I gotta make a phone call. I'm gonna finish this Costco's finest, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the motherfucking rebound. Let me know what y'all think. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, put the video out there. Hey, if you don't like what I gotta say, that's cool. I ain't sweating it. Say what you gotta say. We'll talk about it. If you do dig what I say, we can talk about that too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sick of a lot of this shit that niggas is doing, man. And I'm gonna make videos about the shit. Matter of fact, like I told y'all, I'm gonna make that video about that Sacramento shit too, man. Cause I called that shit before the shit even fucking hit the fan. But I'm out. One.